Hi, what's up? My name is Adura. I want to welcome you to another episode of the podcast. If you are new here, I want to ask you just one simple question. Where the hell have you been all your life? Right? So just give us like 3 minutes. After this first 3 minutes, if you do not like what you've heard so far, I promise you can...
out of the door.
You understand? No, we won't give you money for your data. Understand?
I will give you money for transport.
Men have really amazing people here. I'm sure you can't wait to meet them. However, I just want to run you through what we're talking about today. We're talking about celebrities and whatnot, whether or not influence is actually a real thing in the real life. In the days of verification and Twitter influencers and Instagram influencers, social media influencers, basically, there's a lot of stories here of how the podcast has been reaching out to a lot of people and they've been turning us down. So today, it's kind of a very selfish episode because I want to come and rant.
We are ranting.
And insult a number of your favorites. So if you know that this person is your favorite, tag them and they can come and get angry to come to the podcast. But yeah, today we have your favorite on the podcast. But before I let him introduce himself and another beautiful lady introduce herself. There's this very subtle thing that we usually do. If you're listening to us on podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, basically just take a screenshot and share on your social media platform. Tell your friends that you are tuning into the best podcast that there ever is and there ever will be, because why the hell not, right? And if you're watching on YouTube, understand, share on your social stories, your Insta story, your Twitter timeline. Just get the word out there that we're doing really great stuff, and that share would really go a long way. So thank you very much, as you're obliged. So, ladies first. Who is lady on glasses? Ah, God, you have guessed me. Okay, sorry. If you've been listening to podcasts,
you like ladies on glasses
I have
already.
a thing for glasses. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. So, introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Abigail, and I'm a voiceover artist. No, upcoming voiceover artist. But I can do that voiceover if you want. If you have anything coming on,
we are not supposed to sell yourself. This is not what you sell yourself.
Wait, I want to sell any opportunity I have. I want to sell myself. You're not the one that told me to sell myself.
Sorry, I apologize.
And for today, I'll be your co-host. Thank you. God bless you.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Bosun, known as Bosun the Plug. I don't know what to say, but then my name is Bosun the Plug. Yeah.
You know how I don't know if you watched or you saw WrestleMania growing up. I don't know if they still do. Are they still doing that thing?
Nah.
Yes. Yeah,
they're still doing that stuff.
They do.
Oh my
But
God.
you don't really watch it. WWE Sports or something.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's this guy, Paul Heyman, I think, one very short guy that used to hype Brock Lesnar. Bro, there's the way he does it. Like he was like he's always like killer of people. I want to be the Paul Heyman, so he's Brock Lesnar. Right? So backstory, right? Because we all like a good story. I met Bosun a couple of weeks ago at a listening party. Really amazing listening party, by the way. And we just hit it off. It was really amazing. And we got to see that we have it. I'm sorry, that Ibon wanted to come, but I catch it. Understand? We got to see that we have a lot of stuff in common, other than our interest in tech and product design. I'm product designer. Give me work. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, you're selling yourself. But no problem.
Right? But this is how it is. It's pretty radical. But at one point, eventually we'll get to the topic. I know that, it might seem that we're wasting your time, but just go up to it. Right? So I met him at the party and we kind of hit it off. He's into the media space, also tech space, and I'm like, let's have something together. Fast forward weeks after, we're here in this wonderful space recording an episode. Right? So Spuddy? I'm sorry. We have an amazing director. We'll call her a director for today. She's our director. Beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Jennifer. Right? So she's going to be interrupting us. She's going to be giving us the ad-libs from behind the scenes. Right? but man, it's crazy. I'm trying to explain how Bosun is, right? So after the party, we now had another listening party. Right, it was crazy. It was unofficial. Right, it was playing us some of his songs that he has not released yet. And I'm like, bro, no, we have to record something. And trust me, the songs are fire. I don't know if we are going to add this to the video or to the audio. I really don't know, but I can't wait for you to listen to it. It's going to be coming out very, very soon, right? But yeah, that's the Bosun the Plug, and yeah, plug. See, we're going to get to that eventually. So talking about celebrities and whatnot, let's get into it. I know that I've said a lot of stuff, right? I said that today's episode is kind of like a rant because very recently the podcast is trying to upscale. Where there's a team working around the clock. We have a number of people behind the scenes doing a lot of stuff. And we've been reaching out to influencers, tweeting at them, sending them messages, sending them DMs and whatnot. And some responses it has arose some kind of anger in me. There was one day, I don't know if you guys remember that thing. I said that in the middle of the night. And I was like, you know what?
The voice, I remember the voice note.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I was just angry myself. Like, why the fuck are these guys telling us no? Because we are giving you a platform.
I'm giving you a chance to come and express yourself. You're not for me.
So
what are you for me for?
So, and I'm like, on a more personal level, there's been people that we know or we knew them before the fame, then all of a sudden they switched up. Okay? And I'll start with Bosun, right?
Okay.
You never blow like that.
Yeah, of
No
course.
lie.
I never make money.
Jesus
Calm
Christ.
down. I'm not trying to shake any tables
I
here.
don't have a base yet.
Right? But now, this episode is going to be living proof that when you blow and you now start to act some type of way, the internet never forgets. And I message you. I'm just gonna cut it. But have you had any experience with people that you knew them before, not necessarily before the fame, but you were G's, but because of they got to a bigger audience or a bigger stage, they started to act some type of way?
Of course, at every point, you understand, like 21st can't play for 20 years.
Come on.
And-
Write that down somewhere.
And the thing is that when you change your circle, do you understand? When you get to the top, you change your circle. It's very hard to actually relate back with the people that you used to relate with. I understand that fact, but then it's not to the point that, okay, I want you to come and help me do something. Do you understand? I'm not calling you to come and chill, come and drink, whatnot. I'm calling you to come and help me do something. Let's do something together.
magic.
Do you understand? Create content so I can actually move up to where you are. If not where you are, but somewhat to a spot that I can actually reach you and we can chill together again because I value our friendship.
Okay, so now this begs the question that obviously for you to reach out to this person, they already have a level of audience, they already have a level of influence that they did not have before. Now, let's be factual. Social media is a crazy place. In fact, it's an insane place. Forget that you're trying to understand the algorithm because I've been in social media space. The algorithm has a mind of its own. 1 minute you think that you're understanding it, the next minute it will just throw you off. 1 minute you think that you are speaking what people want to hear, the next minute they're against you. It's a crazy place, right? However, I've come to realize that having a following on social media or an audience base doesn't actually mean you have an edge in life. And that is actually the whole essence of this conversation. And I'm saying this early because when we start to say some things that would seem as though we are deviating, I need you to have that anchored at the back of your mind that at the end of the day, when you have a shit ton of followers, it doesn't mean that you actually have sense, right? People usually say, especially people usually say some kind of rubbish. They'll say maybe they know that they say something politically incorrect, and then they end the statement with, "I said what I said." Bro, you said what you said doesn't mean that it's not nonsense that I still said.
Wow. But I still said what I said.
But you still said what I said.
But you said nonsense.
But you said nonsense. Okay, so I want you to realize that social media account, if anything, doesn't mean that you have an edge. Okay, I understand that might be a first impression, right? This person might have a shit ton of followers, or the person is in public faces. Doesn't, in fact, kind of on some days I feel sorry for them because I know that they can't do what some of the average things that we can do, right? And now, Abigail was telling me about, and I want her to tell us this story. She was telling us about a particular guy that I'm not going to mention his name, but we all know him on the social media online. We know this person. All these DJ,
on the internet.
It's not like. It's not,
okay.
Hope it's not emergency 430 or something. I don't know.
Oh, DJ YK, it's not.
I'm not calling anybody name. But then we are shaking tables. Anyways, there's this DJ, a celebrity DJ that I know that I knew. We actually grew up together, attended the same primary school. He was living on my street. We're friends. All of a sudden,
serve you
like,
breakfast.
No, not like nah. Actually, we went to the same primary school. Went to almost the same secondary school. Like when we got to Jess class, we actually separated. he went to another school and I went to another school, but we're still staying on the same street. So we're friends. And I actually moved from one part of Lagos to another part of Lagos.
Mention the trenches that you were staying. Be proud of your trenches.
Fine. Wait. I stayed at Ijesha. And then from Ijesha, we moved to Ikorodu. Ikorodu is Lagos, please. All those people that say
you
Ikorodu
moved
is not
from
Lagos.
trenches to Pro-Max trenches.
But anyways, we're still talking, we're still chatting and all that. All of a sudden, I saw him with one of the biggest celebrity in this life. Not like in this life, but in Nigeria. And then I went to his DM and I was like, oh, like, I saw you here and this is nice. And you know what he did? He didn't respond. He ghosted me.
Did he see the message? Like,
he read the message.
Oh, crazy.
He read it.
He read the message and he ghosted me and I'm like, one day I will blow.
He read your message to tell you that I can see you, but
I can see you, but I'm not seeing you.
That shit is crazy. That's like that's a mental.
So I'm like, why
Crazy,
do people actually do this thing? You grew up with them and then you guys separated and they moved to like they become superstars or something and then they're not forming levels for you. Like, I don't understand. What's the meaning of that?
So here's the thing, right? And I have this opinion that people that are trending or kind of social media famous, 70%, mind my calculation, 90% of them, 90% of them actually have sense. Their content is based on indulging people's bad characters. You know how some things that we have these thoughts that we're not necessarily proud of, but imagine a big person is putting it out there. That would create some sort of relatability in people, and people will not be like, oh yeah, you eat shit too. I also eat shit. I'm having a community of people that eat shit. And it's crazy.
Bye, niggas.
it's actually crazy. And I'm like, most of the influencers that we have, and I'm not saying influencers are social media influencers, people that are thought leaders, this could be TEDx speakers, and anybody that seem to have sense, that looks as though they have sense on the online. 70% of their content, or a larger percentage of their content, is indulging other people to create shareable content. Now, if they're getting a shit ton of shares, their faces are in the faces of others, and that's how there's a particular influencer in Abeokuta, a singer that has an orange shirt.
Hey,
you know the guy. You know the guy. For my guys, that he's a singer. He finished from FNAB, right? If you can see this, all of.
if you understand,
But I know your strategy. The strategy he used was he would tweet stuff. He wears orange shirt, has dread, he sings too.
Wow.
So he will make funny tweets and share on as WhatsApp BC. You now tell people to share. So people now started to share to the point in which he picked up, he trended on Twitter, people started to share his content organically, and that was how we blew up. Shout out if you want to come to the podcast, send a mail to shakingtables@gmail.com. Expecting. but the point is, right? Most of these people just say things to indulge our bad, not necessarily bad character, but doesn't mean that they actually have sense. I'm not saying that these guys don't actually say some stuff that actually makes sense, right? But a verification bad doesn't actually mean anything, all right? Now, at the listening party that I met Bosun, it was telling me about somebody, a global star, right? Spider-Man. If you get it, forget it. If you don't get it, forget about it. So, I'd like for you to say that story again.
Oh, what story?
All these politically incorrect people.
Okay, yeah, shout out to my guy, Oxlade. I would say he's an amazing person because meeting him at first, then meeting him again, he actually gave me the opportunity to do stuff with him without taking a dime.
That's crazy.
Because he said something to me. He said, how would other people grow if he does not do this? And I held on to that because, if you see a lot of people at that particular point of where he was, at that point, he had one song, away. He was blown, do you understand? It was not as if he was trying to make it. So, and he still reached out and he actually gave me that hand of help, do you understand, at that point. that's showing me that okay, this thing is actually not impossible. It's actually very simple to do. So people trying to say, okay, I can't help you or I can't do this for you. I don't know. There's a problem in between.
Okay, now I like that you mentioned artists, and I'd like to tilt in that direction for a bit, right? This is not rampant in Nigeria, right? So this content is not just for Nigeria because of mentioning local celebrities.
Our artists.
Yeah, we have to support home. Charity begins at home. You understand, right? But there is this guy called DaBaby. If you don't know DaBaby, he's a singer, an artist, a rapper. He has rapped about how he killed somebody, right? And nothing was done. Like, and this is very common in UK artists. Like, these guys will talk about how they shot the nigga up, or they went in this direction, and and the media just looks at them and
just
how are you excused from because of you're a big person? Now I don't get it, right? And it's pretty crazy to be very sincere, right? And look at how people basically look at, because of you have a larger percentage of numbers, they will feel like what you are saying, like they basically have some sort of validation. Like just very recently, last week, someone is sorry,
Daddy Freeze.
I don't.
Do you know Daddy Freeze?
I know of the guy, but I don't know the guy.
Okay, do you know what he did about when Nathaniel Bassey?
That Jesus thing.
Oh no,
Jesus thing.
I want
That Jesus thing
this. What happened? What happened?
Like someone said, post Jesus up by 12 noon to actually make people think that okay, what's going on?
Okay.
And let people ask questions and say Jesus is going on. And Daddy Freeze comes to social media to attack Nathaniel Bassey for doing that. That is cloud chasing.
I'm cloud chasing for Jesus, bro.
And he's saying Jesus does not bring peace. That was what even got me upset. Like, why would you say that? Are you joking or something?
Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
He's the Prince of Peace. You understand?
You understand?
So because you have like some sort of following, you think you can just come on social media to say rubbish. I see that as rubbish. Honestly, I was angered. Do you understand? I was so angered that, man.
I understand.
I pay offering for church now.
I mean, it's a sort of investment. It has to yield results. You cannot just come here and talk about my investment. I'm joking. But it's crazy how these people that seem to have, and I don't think it's their fault. Right? I saw a video by this guy, James Jani. I don't know if you know James Jani. He's a very big YouTuber, a white guy. He does documentary about crazy documentaries about dark world of religion and what he mentioned, he said something that most of these people do not know that they're doing these things. Like, they feel like they're doing good, but in the real sense, they're doing harm. Hey, I am so sorry. God of mercy. I apologize. The person that bought me is calling me. I'm sorry. Right? But the gist is how you come to a point that because of you've been seen as a thought leader, you want your voice to be the most heard. And whenever you're not giving the audience, it stings you. Like, trust me, it happens a lot. Sometimes I tell myself, Adura, shut up. Just listen. Like, it takes a level of being deliberate to just actually shut the F up. I'm so sorry myself because of YouTube content. They should not go and spoil our shine. Right? But I just wanted to understand. Now, I have a few questions for Abigail, and because I've seen that Abigail has been awfully quiet, right? First question, how did you feel? And I want this to be very emotional. When your celebrity DJ did...
Celebrity DJ.
I
You guys just ghosted me. And I felt really bad that this guy was my friend. And then he, like...
You mean he was your friend, or you thought he was your friend?
Okay.
No. Okay, now that begs the question. That begs the question that do you think people change after fame or after a level of influence?
Are people
money?
Actually your friend?
No, like you
I just
answer that
okay.
question.
Maybe he was someone I knew.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay, he was somebody I knew. But we're close.
2 questions. Do people change after fame, like the way they are, or does it reveal what they were before, or are you guys actually friends? To him and to yourself, you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would say is this: it's a part of them number one. Then they change after fame too, because I can ask you a question. Like, do you still chill with the people you chill with way back? No, because of some certain things have changed about you. Do you understand? Change is constant. So I feel it was part of them. Then the fame actually brought about a change too. And they didn't rate you.
Again.
They don't rate you. Because the friends that rate you
That
will actually
explains
come back.
it. He did not rate me.
Do you understand?
But then,
Because you guys shared some memories. Do you get me? So like
that was a hurtful thing to say to her.
No. Like
you did not rate me. But no, seriously.
I won't lie to you. I have some people that have actually like chilled with too back then. That they don't like stretch their hands anymore. Do you understand? And I see it in the sense that okay, yeah, this person has moved on with life. Me, I'm still holding on to the memories, Sha, because you know something. I gave my all then, and that's who I am. But then if you don't value the memories, then why not move on?
I valued.
Don't you have money? You have money now. Are you begging for money from them?
I'm not begging for money, but I don't have money.
All right. I
I
want to paint this scenario. Now we have been slandering these guys since that they don't have sense. But let's look at life from their point of view, right? I become famous, right? Which I will eventually. Quote this.
Of course.
I become famous and popular with bastard money. I don't want to be famous and broke. Please, I don't want I want to be famous. Right, so I become famous. Inevitably, it will attract people that helped me, people that did not help me, people that thought that they were part of my journey but they weren't. And imagine to you, I am your friend. But to me,
I don't know.
you're just there.
know it's you.
So it's not like I'm trying to hurt you, but in the real sense, I did not see you as someone that I would go the extra mile for or even do anything for. So in their defense, first of all, they have an overwhelming amount of DMs. Where if you look at these people's DMs,
that's another thing, honestly.
It's like it's crazy.
Honestly, that's another thing, right? I just feel like these people have a lot of DMs to reply to.
Sorry, I'll cut you. I'll cut you there. Sorry, I'm sorry cutting you off every time. Please. So how many like social apps do you have on your phone?
I have Instagram. I have. If Facebook Messenger is a social app, I don't even know.
It is.
But I don't use it. But I have it. I have WhatsApp.
Do you use Snapchat?
No, I don't use Snapchat.
Okay. I can put it to you that whoever wants to talk to you will talk to you regardless.
That actually kind of makes sense.
Do you understand?
That actually kind of makes sense.
You have different options.
Right. What?
But what I'm just saying is that okay now, I really want to call some people's names, but it's at the tip of my tongue. But I don't want to. But we reached out to a number of people, right? Texted some of them replied, some of them did not. Some of them said that later. Then later, this is half of the year, and we've not gotten a reply from them. I'm gonna be in your DM again for the last time. I'm gonna swallow my pride. We're gonna swallow.
And just
my pride.
be in your DM, and
One
if you
more
don't
time.
answer, you answer.
If you don't answer.
What about the people that when you send them a message, they reply to you, but then they're like, okay, if you want to work with me, you have to go and subscribe, and then send me a private mail. And then they don't even reply.
Let me. I know. Okay, so this is. You should give them. Wait. Should we give them the real gist? We'll not call his name.
Please don't call his name because my favorite person.
Yeah, no, voila. So Abigail is a part of the team. We've been reaching out to people sporadically, randomly, strategically at the same time, and she has this person that she really likes and looks up to in the voiceover artist world of Nigeria. And she texted him. It was even we did not even plan it. We had a list of people that wanted to reach out to. So it was like Abigail just reached out to him casually and he responded. And we were like, wow, we didn't even expect that it was going to happen. And it was like, use my platform and send me a mail. I'll respond to you. And she used the platform, she sent mail 2 weeks after, 1 month after.
It's not a response.
We did not see anything.
That's loud.
He paid me. But
now, let me not give you my own personal point of view. Is this still recording?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Very recently, I've been applying for works sporadically as a product designer, right? And on my day 1 to 2 person tell me, say, Adura, go and apply. Can come. Oh, bro. I said, just apply for that thing. I know we'll call on her name because I know guesses. Right?
Oh.
So, a criteria for you to be able to apply for them is to go and register on their platform. It's a banking platform in Nigeria. And I'm like, that is very shady. They're not telling us that,
You want to generate leads.
not just generally, they're not telling that as a UX designer, what problem did you notice on our platform? So we are solving your
the
problems.
problems,
Problem for you.
Not just one person that is going to be designing. Like a lot of people are going to bring out a lot of problems, and their own designer
Would actually, yeah.
And I'm like, what sort of witchcraft manner of, oh my days.
Yes.
It takes a level of, and I understand that the business world or the real world can be crazy, but please be the change you want to see.
But hold on. I just have this thought. Does this thing actually happen just in Nigeria, or it happens? Do you think it happens outside of Nigeria, where all these influencers, you go to their DM and they're like,
I won't lie to you. It's actually very easy to work with influencers outside the country.
so why?
It's an African mentality.
All right, I feel like there's a story there, and I want to hear. I would like us to hear that story.
Tableau, and you're not on my level. Excuse me. Thank you.
So his name is Bosun the Plug, right? That day that I met Bosun, it was so random. I was not saying that, okay, Bosun, I was talking to this person, I was like, this person, I'm like, eh? I was like, this person, so I don't mention, no, my guy, I'm like, and he wasn't just saying it like my guy, he was giving stories of how they met, and this person's guy, and this person's guy, and I was like, holy
It's
shit.
like you're everybody's guy.
And he's,
Like you are now the star. Like you're shaking tables
before
guy.
social media. Before all the social media thing came up, like we were there. Do you understand? I mean, I was part of an event in 2017, like one of the biggest events in Lagos at that point. Then I moved on to do my own event, Lifestyle Africa. So I think I met a lot of people. I had a lot of database at that point. So yeah, I actually knew a lot of people. So I still know a lot of people.
the story behind working with home influencers and abroad influencers, what shifted your perception on that?
This is the thing. I know a fashion brand that reached out to like models outside the country, and they actually answered. They only said their price. Do you understand? If you can pay my price, why not? Let's work. Do you understand? Regardless of whatever you.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is the thing also. When you reach out to brands, how's your own brand? If I see that I don't have a problem with my own brand, that my brand can actually stand the test of time and everything. If I reach out to you and you do your background check here, and I fit in your criteria, to surely work with you. But in Nigeria, this is the thing. To even access the brand is a problem.
Bro,
you tell me to send a mail, then I send a mail, and you are not responding to your mail. 2 days, 3 days.
And then when you now go back to them, they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll revert
The
back.
funniest thing is that we even meet at events. Do you understand? Then I look at you like, see you.
Is this you? Like this is the end of the tweet that you violent.
You don't want to. I mean, your body.
Do you understand? I meet you and I'm like, hey.
It's not crazy how these TikTok guys are not having managers.
I mean, I'm no respecter of a celebrity. May I talk to you the way I want to talk to you? Because
like
this
that,
is the thing.
actually.
We are doing business. Let's know it's business. We are trying to be friends. Let's be friends. Do you get? So if I tell you that, okay, yeah, I reach out to you, respond to my mail, and you're telling me, oh, when? I know you are fake. That means you don't actually have your normal structure you're meant to have. And that's the thing. We don't know how to do business in Nigeria. Like, both music business and normal business, we don't know how to do it. Because if you value business a lot, I send you a mail, you should respond to your mail.
Obviously, is it that they don't even check their mails every time?
Managers, come on.
Obviously.
They have peace.
Are they paying them?
That's another level.
You guys make a
That's another level, though.
Now one celebrity where Sabi, now in the handle your fan page.
Yeah, sure, of course.
But I won't call your name, but you know yourself, you understand? Continue.
I reached out to Coffee. You know Coffee now, the artist. Then I reached out to her like a day. The second day I got a response from them. And I was shocked. Do you understand? I reached out to World's management. They didn't reply until like
2 months later.
No, like 2 weeks later. But at least they replied, do you understand? But then they replied, do you understand? But then I'm just saying, like, showing you like the swiftness in Coffee's response. Miles away.
Now, Adura said something that all these influencers, they have managers. But the thing is, do they actually treat their page handlers and their mail handlers and their managers properly for them to actually keep up with the mails?
The thing is that do they even know the content of the mail? That's the thing. Most of them don't read the content of the mail well. I don't know, maybe you can recall this particular incident that happened. Beyonce, Yemi Alade. when they already reached out to Yemi at this thing.
Okay.
But then the manager did not know the brand's name. So she was not so familiar with the brand's name. But then Yemi Alade knew because, like, you understand now, she knows the name, she knows whatever. So she replied herself. Do you understand? That's to show that the management was not treating every meal as
it should be.
it should be. Do you understand? If you are treating as it should be, you won't say, okay, this one is this one, this one is this one.
And you'll be selecting for.
Do you understand? So they need to actually check their meals. They need to check the contents of the meal.
Me, I'm just coming in as an influencer because technically I have like 11,000 followers on Instagram.
You know,
right?
And we have
we have a podcast
and we have a merch coming up.
And I have like 6,000 followers on Twitter, and you know a couple of thousands of views on TikTok. What I'm just trying to say is that I want to come in as an influencer or as an influencer point of view, and I'm not there yet. I don't even hope to be there because I don't want to be your definition of influencers, right? But some people's definition. I changed that. But what I've come to realize is that these are young people that was thrown into fame very easily because of the social platforms that we have. And they had no experience into it, or some of them have no experience into it. They have poor management that want to just use them to have money and grow. And I'm just trying to show some level of empathy for them. Look at, say, Justin Bieber. Right, if you have been following Justin Bieber since baby, his evolution has been very crazy. Yeah. Right, of how he came innocent with Ludacris and he started to do some crazy things, draw tattoos,
shout out to
houses, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it was in 2010 or 2016 that he had a roast. He had a roast event that they all roasted him round. That was when it was changing, and that was when he dropped the album Purpose, and after that he's been looking as if he has sex. He's looking but you know the way he dresses, you understand. But
no Christianity thing playing for him. So.
Yeah, also, and his wife has made. So what I'm just trying to say in essence is that some of these people, and now it's going to relate to my next point. Some of these influencers are children, and I say children unapologetically. They are children that have no clue as to what to do. They're living inside their father's house. How to handle
their fame.
They have okay, now look at say a Rema and an Ira Star. Bear in mind, I'm not calling people children. You come to my podcast, thank you very much. But look at a Rema and a Ira Star, one Ira Star, right? And I want to ask this question: that do their parents have control over them? Because coming in, Ira Star is a brand identity, is a celestial image, right? Mm-hmm. She wants to be seen as someone that is kind of like a goddess of some sort, right? And last year Ira Star was 19. She's 20 this year.
I don't even know.
Yeah, she was 19 last year.
19 and what's that name of the album again?
19 and Dangerous.
19 and Dangerous. Yeah.
So she should be 20 this year or something. Now, without fame, if you're not a Rasta, how would you feel? Or if she's not a Rasta, how would you feel if you see somebody that is wearing I'm sorry. But I just want to be realistic, right? Right. I'm sure as a parent, you see your 19-year-old daughter wear that on an everyday lifestyle. Mm-hmm. How would you feel? So the question is, look at Irema that has a tattoo here, a cross tattoo. Again, I'm not trying to be biased because of tattoos or whatnot. Niggas shredded as fuck. I wish I can be shredded like Irem. But I just want to ask the question that, do parents still control these children? Because your child can buy your pension. Understand?
Irema pay your salary.
Well, they will pay you your salary. In one show of them. So let's discuss on that question. Do you think that parents have? Let me come from the plug point of view.
Okay, this is what I'll say. The foundation year of a child is from 1 to 8 years. Do you understand? That's the year that those are the years that God has given to you to lay a foundation in your child's heart, whatever, some sort. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's left for the child, basically, to submit. Do you understand? Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? So having the fame, having the money should not let you go away from the teachings of
your parents.
But you
True.
can't control it. It's called youthful exuberance.
It's youthful exuberance, but then do you understand? You need to call them to order maybe once, twice.
A
'Cause-
celebrity is coming to my mind.
Do you
What's their
understand?
name now?
Once, twice.
It's called shaking tables for a
Burna
reason.
Boy. Like,
No, I don't want to speak on that.
Oh, your mama gets come bro, that bro. So
No. That's what we're still saying. You need to check back. You need to. Okay, my mom said this. My mom said that. It will not be so evident, but then in your decision making, it will be there. Do you
their
understand?
voices has to ring in your head.
Yeah, they don't need to be there to tell you this.
Do
But
this,
then
do
there are some
this.
things that you know that you wouldn't do because of
Because of
your
what you've already
background
seen,
and because
yeah.
of the things that you've actually chosen to. So at some point, you need to actually revisit, like as a normal human being, you need to revisit yourself.
that kind of makes sense.
That's
Also, I usually
That's true.
feel like, you know, there's this, I don't want to call it conscience, but there's this particular feel that we get when we are doing something. Okay, let me make it relatable, right? You know when NEPA brings light too much in Lagos, okay, in Nigeria, in Nigeria, there's like some guys that control the electricity, the flow of electricity, to put it in a very
shout
simple
out to
way.
them.
Shout out to them, PSCN, NEPA.
Nah, no shout out to you.
Okay, we don't do on NEPA like this, we do on Jen.
You did
okay. But then this guy is Ikeja Electric or whatnot, right? Whenever there's power for so long, especially when there's power when rain is falling, you start to look at. You start to think, but no.
Like an intuition or something
Maybe.
is trying to tell you that
I
they
feel
will
like-
take life.
I feel like
they'll take life very soon.
Understand that
I
awareness.
understand,
That awareness of good and evil is enough good in itself to bring you back on track. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, right? If you feel like I'm on this thing don't need too much, you have that kind of anchor that
They'll pull you
will
back.
pull you back. So I feel like maybe your daddy, you can tell your daddy to shut up or tell your mommy to
Get
fuck,
the
or-
you didn't want to use that word, but you used it.
Sorry, see that no. But we're gonna go for a commercial break. Can we play your song?
Of course.
Yes, so we're gonna play a song like it's just a 5 minutes break. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is gonna be a stretch, right? So can't subscribe on YouTube if you don't want anything, right? But it's just gonna be a stretch. We're gonna go for a commercial, a short break, so that you can
A
listen
water break.
to the talent, which is that song that I like that first one.
That Jigabi.
Yeah. Oh,
How come I not listen to it?
Yeah.
bro. So we're gonna go for that
The
break.
sax on it now, though.
The saxon up they don't change.
Yeah, no, it's
Is
still
it
the
there?
sax
So after they're gonna go for that break, you listen to this song, then we're gonna come back, right? And we shall continue.
From where we stopped.
Okay. So moving on. No. We're still continuing, because this is YouTube content. That one was for podcast, so that everything can be great. But I feel like you can check him out. Bosun the blog, the double G. There's another Bosun the blog, 1G. Yeah. His own is double G.
Bosun, Oyeyemi.
You get me?
Yeah.
So tell us about the childhood drama.
This is putting me on the spot. Childhood drama for me is not just about the songs. It's about the story I'm trying to tell. Do you understand? I grew up good. But then things were not the way I planned them to be. Do you understand? It was not the way I thought it was going to be. Because I lost my dad when I was like 8 years old. I was going to 9. Do you understand? And I wanted to play ball. I wanted to play football. So I saw that dream crash from me. My dad got me like a football club in England. I was meant to go resume play football. Then
You didn't grow up here?
No, I grew up here.
Oh,
I grew up
okay.
here. So at that point in time, music was the only thing that came to the rescue of football, because I wanted to play football. I still want to play football, but then music came in play. So I started doing music. But then poor production, bad sound, and everything. So I don't like 7 people rubbish. So I stopped. I stopped in 2015. Yeah, 2015. Then early December last year, someone said to me that why you say you go start something, you know go finish out. Then that triggered something in me. And I slept. I had a dream that I was singing in it. So I just said, man, it's time to do something. Let's work. I called my producer. He's in school. I told him that, just send me anything you have. And he sent them. I was like, okay, this is what I'll do. I called like 6 different artists to actually jump on the song, on like every beat. Do you understand? Then I said we're going to actually tell a story, but then we're not going to tell the story the way people think the story should go. Do you understand? Not the one that will sing a song, then I'll start telling you how my grandfather, my grandfather. So we didn't do it like that. Then we use representations, like real life representations, like the jigger that you like. We actually talked about gun, we talked about women in the song, but then it's just like a representation of whatever happened to me.
Okay, so you're letting people in, but not all the way in.
Yeah, not all the way in. That's why you need to actually don't let me. I want, pardon me. I want to use this language. I want to say you have to fuck with the brand.
Okay.
We need to take you on a journey of the childhood drama.
That makes sense. That I feel I can connect to it. Like now, I want to rate Rema, right? You know. You heard Raves and Roses, right?
Yeah.
The first track was what got me hooked, Divine. First of all, how is your name Divine?
Divine to Rema.
No! How is Remy Boy's name Divine?
That's the Rema.
That's his real name, I think.
That's Rema.
It's crazy.
You know what
Divine.
Rema is in this?
Yeah. But when it was like, his name is Divine. Like, have you ever met celebrities? Like, I feel like we should do a thread. Maybe we'll do a thread.
Find their real names, right?
You know Sexy Still?
Yeah, what's his name?
Do you know his real name? Abi.
Wow.
So
Some of these names that they have. Well,
Probably because they have weird names.
No, the name is not weird. The name is normal. So when we hear a big pops and a name,
It's happiness.
but it is what it is, though. Sorry that I cut you short.
Yeah, it's fine.
On childhood drama, but yeah, give us premier information about the project. Just a short explanation, and we'll continue with the podcast. We're going to ask you one question, so then we'll go on.
the project is dropping on the 24th of June. Yeah, this month.
Oh,
Crazy. So you heard it here first.
So
Yeah.
we're doing a listening party. You guys should come through.
Hope I'm invited.
Of course. Why not?
is that like a VIP ticket?
Nah, we're not doing tickets.
Good. No, you give us a story.
Just
No, I want
come,
that
just
story.
come and vibe. You understand?
Okay, all right.
What story are you talking about?
Story now. That story,
The story.
influencer story.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
Do you
gonna
have that
get to
story?
that. That's the question that I wanted to ask you, right? But
ask me the question. Because
okay, so the question is, when you get popular, and I'm not saying if, right? I'm pretty confident because I don't. Okay, people that are on my socials, I listen to music a lot, right? I used to want to be a music critic. I still kind of do, but it's not the kind of thing that I want to actively chase. Like, I just want to be able to do like a radio show about music, and I dip, right? But it's not like I want to build it like as a career. I just really like to listen to music. Okay, and you know that, or my friends know that I listen to weird stuff. 1 second I'm listening to Ayla Mawura, the next second I'm listening to I Know Who God Says I Am. The next second I'm listening to Joe Fuji. Next second I'm listening to one Korean. I don't know, it's just pretty sporadic, right? Not Korean, please. Scratch that. I don't do no BTS, please. I don't do no BTS. But I consider myself, musically forward, and doesn't mean that I'm smart. I just like. So when I heard that song, it reminded me of Finesse, right? You know how Finesse has this voice that hey, this part that says I forgot how the that song goes. Finesse. It looks like people were shouting, like a group were shouting. So that was the effect they had, and I'm like, wait, play this back. I think I actually play like 3 times. Play this back. Then there's another one that people were feeling, but it's not like I was feeling it. I was like, no, this is what I was actually feeling, and it kind of made sense, and I'm very eager to have you listen to it. Right, as soon as it drops, there's going to be links everywhere. Right. So now the question is this: when you get popular, right? How do you handle
How would you
your
treat your
friendship?
friends?
My friendship.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would you also handle a stranger walking up to you? This is going to now lead down to your story.
To the story you told us
Earlier on.
earlier.
Okay, so this is the thing here. In 2019, I had this thing going on for me. I guess Twitter influencing and all of that. So I was getting free gifts from people. From like I was even part of the influencers they had for Cripsy Creamy. So I had people come around me every time. Then I see my friends that have known me for years. Now they want to start deviating. They wanted to start calling me Bosun the plug, make videos around me and all of that. So I told them one day that, bro, call me Bosun. Do you understand? This is what you know me with. This is what you've known me as all this while. So you don't need to change it to Bosun the plug now. Like, I was feeling awkward, but then someone told me that, see, all those things would actually come. Me, I will still retain my friendship with you normally because I can be very funny, I can be stupid, I have like different alter egos, do you understand? So I feel we just need to sit down and talk about it, that this is what I want from you. This is what I expect from you as my friend. You're not the fan. Because I will not treat you as a fan. Do you understand? We are friends. So let's be friends. This is just like a business aspect of me. This is my music. I'm doing music business because I'm not trying to be if tomorrow I become a Rema, that's fine. But then I'm just saying that, okay, yeah, I'm doing music business. I'm not trying to be a celebrity to you. You're my friend. Do you understand? But to strangers, yeah, obviously, there's a need for a brand story. Do you understand? And brand story comes with a brand. Do you understand? So, whatever my brand is going to look like is the way I'm going to actually approach any.
So the way you're going to position yourself.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to position myself, and that's the way I'm going to reply any stranger coming to me.
It's facts.
But trust me, it's all love from this side, any day, anytime.
So I feel like this episode should have a sequel featuring a very known influencer.
Yeah, sure.
So that they can come and defend the influencer community. Maybe we'll say anything wrong. Right? Because I feel like the conversation is perfect or is amazing when it is two-way. We hear from the person that we are slandering and the person that is slandering. So I know you might like you lots are doing 3 ways these days. See that, no, to Jesus be your glory. But that was a joke. You don't get it, forget about it. But I really would like that we have this conversation again. If you are a known person and you like to jump on the podcast, please send me a mail. Send us a mail because the podcast is not just.
And we'll respond immediately. We will not leave you too much. We will not angry. We will not.
It's at shakingtables with aa@gmail.com. You can, while you're listening or you're watching and you heard something that you really like, you can share with your friends. Take a screenshot and share on your social media platform. If you're a Twitter person, please, Ayawada. If that means that there's enough space.
This code is too much.
Bro, you see, look at. I know the camera can see. I'm putting my hand at the back so I can get both. Let me explain something to you. We're using a space that is paid for, right? And that means that we are having brand endorsement. So if you'd like to be a part of the podcast, you'd like to sponsor the podcast, switch out.
Please, we need sponsors. We need.
Should I flaunt the numbers? Should I flaunt the numbers, or we'll just send it to the mail? Which one? My manager is here. So which one should we do? Okay, let's start. Yeah. So, but the numbers are crazy. I saw the numbers. That was like 3 days ago when you asked me to check. I was like, yo, we have like 300 subscribers. Is it 300 subscribers on Apple that we don't even use? Then we have like 400 on Spotify subscribers, like people that are following. It's not like you listen, like people that are actively subscribed on the platform. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's mad. So if you like to be a part of the podcast, you like to sponsor, you like that. Even if it is, what's it called? Food that you give us.
Please, as in food and water.
We actually have an official drink for the podcast. It's a work in progress. I don't want to spill. Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
But it's coming soon enough. Thank you very much, Bosun. I really appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Adura,
Bosun.
Abigail.
I'm Abigail.
Giving us your $1 million car giveaway because we need the right.
Very soon. Very,
That's
very,
last
very
song.
soon. Oh, Jesus. I just send me a phone.
But yeah, thank you so much for being a part. You can check out Bosun at Bosun the Plug, double G,
Yeah.
on everywhere.
Yeah.
On your Twitter, on your I saw your TikTok. Your TikTok is. Well, you can check Abigail out on
Instagram.
at
Tamara on the
Underscore.
Edonks.
How did you become Tamara from?
Tamara is my native name.
Tamara is your native name.
Yeah.
Where you
you
from?
never blow you. They change name.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Tamara is like, okay, from Delta State.
Oh, nice.
And I'm an Ijog girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Tamara is like my native name. I actually like Tamara more than Abigail. I don't know why, but I like Tamara more than Abigail. Maybe I'll tell the story one day.
I know Abigail's legs. They are not.
Yeah, exactly. They're not straight.
I don't
exactly.
understand.
If you don't get it, forget it.
Next episode.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Alright. But you can check out my socials at Adura _. That's basically everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. What else? Snapchat. I mean, I don't do streaks, but the kind of streaks I do, I'll give you my form for streaks. So if you want to do streaks, it has this type of. I cannot be. Why you be snapping ceiling and said to me, "You're wrong now. I don't want to see the color of your walls or your leg up." Nah, no wrong. No.
Private story.
But yeah, I'd be happy if you reached out, even if you just listen to the podcast. I had someone reach out last week and she's like, she's been wanting to reach out for a while, but she's scared that I was going to ignore. I'm like,
Really?
I'm not blow yet. And even when I blow,
He
I
will
don't
not do like that.
Come on. So please, if you have reservations, we said some things that are wrong, you'd like to reach out, please, you can use the hashtag Shaking Tables with Shaking Tables Podcast on Twitter and also on Instagram as well. Right.
Shaking
Also,
Tables
we are trying to
Podcast.
grow the community, right? So if you listen to us and you drop a review,
Please
not just
review.
drop a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, also drop a comment on YouTube. We will then pick out people out of these reviews, then share your story on the podcast, the next episode, right? Also, if you have
on
birthday
our
shout
Instagram
out,
stories.
you
too.
understand? If you have birthday shout out, the idea of all of this is to create a community. So we're not the kind of podcast that
That will air you.
just even want to be
That
on
will
air.
ghost you.
We're on
They'll
air.
air, but we'll not air you.
You understand? And you will not be aired. Understand that?
You don't get to go and listen to that episode.
There's like a certain
I want to add to it. So this is red edit.
the studio here.
Yeah.
Okay,
can see-
let's move on.
There's gonna be a red carpet for you, man. But it's been an amazing ride so far. If you like what you see, please share on your social media.
If you like what you see of
emphasizing
you.
because
If you like what you hear,
that's also true. If you like what you hear, you can jump on the conversation. Let me give you OT, right, to meet fine girls like Abigail. Abigail is always using the hashtag Abigail and Chijibomi. They're always using the hashtag Shaking Tables Podcast on Twitter. So if you are thinking of how will I enter fine girls, there are a lot of random strangers that are even beyond myself. It beats me how the podcast is more than myself because we just started this thing like in normal conversation because of breakfast. But that's another story for another day, right? But if you just want to meet people, random people, just use the hashtag Shaking Tables Podcast, and people that have quoted or done tweets under that.
especially on Twitter.
I promise. They are not even going to air you. They will even be like,
I will not air you. Oh.
it's crazy, man. So thank you so much. See you same time, same station, next episode, next video. God bless.
We love you. Mwah.
So can we hit pause and off the AC, please?
Thank you. Jesus.